What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a different type of video. I'm not actually at the parks right now and doing a vlogger covering news. As you can see by the background, I'm just at my house going to be talking about what happened with the Disney Skyliner gondolas last week. Hopefully, if you're confused, I can clear up any confusion you have about the situation. At first, I was thinking about going to Hollywood Studios to talk about it, but since I can't get on the Skyliner right now, it doesn't make that much big of a difference because I can't get on them anyway. If they were open, I would film inside of the gondolas with the great views and everything, but I can't do that unfortunately, so today we're just gonna do it from here. Alright, so a week ago, the night of October 5th, it was a Saturday, I was on Twitter around 9 o'clock. Around 8 o'clock is when it actually happened. I found out about an hour later because if the Skyliner stops like naturally a lot, so I don't think people were like really worried until about an hour passed by. And that's when I started seeing tweets about it in my feed. I clicked on this tweet and they're like, alright, hey Disney, we've been stuck on the Skyliner for about an hour. Do you have any updates? Because whenever the Skyliner stops, you hear an automated message that goes, your flight's been temporarily delayed. Please stay seated, we'll begin moving momentarily. So after a while, you're like, alright, we're not getting any actual updates. What's going on? Me personally, if I was stuck, I'd go to Twitter because there's a thing where you can search what you're trying to find, and then you can go to the latest tab and it'll show the tweets with the word that you're looking for. So I just searched up Disney Skyliner and I see all these tweets from people who are stuck on the system, and a person with the username Buck9S posted this photo you're seeing on the screen right now, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a crash, this is crazy, freak out, when in reality, it's not as bad as you think. So what happened was the person who was in that blue cabin posted on WDW News Today's comment section that they were in that when the system stopped originally. They said they stopped for about 10 minutes, which is no big deal. When we were there for the cast member previews, we were stopped at that exact same part of the Riviera station for about 15 minutes, so no big deal. The issue is that whenever the system started running again, that teal blue cabin didn't start moving and the yellow cabins kept pushing, so you can imagine like that metal on metal sound, which isn't good. Thankfully though, that blue cabin was right by the area where they can take it off of the line, and you'll see that photo right now. Thankfully nobody was hurt who's in those cabins because they stopped the system immediately. Disney got that cabin taken off the line and everything was good after that. It's pretty much a miracle that the accident happened right where that track piece is, where they can take the cabin off, because they didn't really have to move it at all. They just separated the gondolas and brought that teal cabin right off the track, which saved a lot of time. When we were there for the cast member preview, we were talking to a cast member at the Riviera station. Coincidentally, when we were stuck for about 10 minutes, he said they were testing the system for about 5 weeks with Disney cast members. The system tested for much, much longer than 5 weeks, but that was with Doppelmayr, the contractor of the system. Thankfully, the Reedy Creek Fire Department was on scene by this point, getting ready for evacuations. Like I said earlier, it's pretty much a miracle that that cabin was directly by the area where they could take it off the line, because this allowed for there to be very, very minimal evacuations. I think only 2 or 3 families actually had to be evacuated off of the cherry pickers. After that, Disney started the system running manually, and everybody was able to get off at either Riviera or Epcot. You might be wondering, so if Disney has all these cast members and fire department ready for this, then why did it take so long? It's not that they didn't have the stuff ready. They've been practicing with all these evacuation measures for a long time. They even actually have special areas for evacuation vehicles. They flatten out the land so they can get people off safely. It's just the amount of cabins that there are and how much time it takes. It's not an easy process. It takes a lot of time to get the people out there, get the equipment ready to make sure it's safe and efficient. It's interesting how they had to clear land here in case of evacuation, so the emergency vehicles can get on flat surfaces, and for the support pillars as well. So like I just mentioned, they do have areas ready for evacuation. They have those flat surfaces that they paved out for the emergency vehicles to come on, and over at Epcot, the area by Ratatouille where the friendship goats go, they have an area where if the cabin is stuck, it's only like a place where 2 cabins could be. So it's a really rare chance that this would actually happen. They do have zip lines in place. Well, the fire department will come up, attach a zip line to the top, and you zip line down over the water to the station. Like I said, there's only an area, the waterway isn't super big. I'll show a photo right now, it'll make sense. The waterway isn't super big, so there can only really be 2 gondolas over that area at a time. These photos you're seeing are from training. This wasn't actually on Saturday night. I think it would actually be pretty fun and a once-in-a-lifetime experience going on that zip line back to the station. It'd be pretty scary too, but I mean, come on, you can't lie. Once in a lifetime experience, like, that'd be kind of fun, you know. Over at Art of Animation, they have a boat that comes up to the cabins. You hop onto it, go down a very short ladder and onto a big platform. I think the Art of Animation line is actually the easiest one to get evacuated from. People would be like, oh my gosh, it's over water, what do we do? When in reality, that boat is so big and it can carry so many people. You know, there's no vehicles, you don't have to go down huge ladders. It's pretty simple and pretty efficient over there. So if you're worried about going on the Skyliner because of evacuations, I personally would not be. Disney has amazing procedures in place and they can get you off safely. The biggest issue is waiting for them to get to you. It's also a miracle that this happened at nighttime. If this was during the day, I can't even imagine what happened. I personally do not think air conditioning packages are the solution to this issue. Doppelmayr, the manufacturer, has other systems with the air conditioning unit, and those still have issues sometimes. It's a complex system. I think that they need to have solar powered fans in the corners of the gondola that are able to turn on when the system stops, or just handing out those paper Japanese, Chinese fans, you know what I'm talking about, that people can get some air circulation with. The issue is when the air doesn't move. The ventilation system works amazing when the system moves. So I think if Disney could just sort out the load times and make sure that these things don't stop, and if they do happen to stop, have the solar powered fans or those little paper fans, I think that would solve most of the issues. The daylight though, like the Florida sun and daylight, that's another thing. Alright everybody, so that's pretty much it. It's obviously not a good situation that this happened, but there are some good things that came out of it. Thankfully it happened at nighttime, so nobody got sick. And thankfully they were able to get that blue car off the line, so there wasn't any real evacuations that happened. Everybody was able to get off normally. Thank you Disney for looking into this, obviously. I hope you guys enjoyed this video though. Maybe I'll do some more of these in the future if anything happens. Hopefully bad things don't happen though. Hopefully if I make another video like this, it's talking about positive things. If you guys are interested in hearing more updates about the Skyliner, I will be posting them on my Twitter at Drew Disney Dude. It's not Drew the Disney Dude, Drew Disney Dude. I couldn't fit the in there because of the character limit in the username. Come on Twitter, I need to be able to put Drew the Disney Dude, but yeah. Follow me on Twitter at Drew Disney Dude for more updates about the Skyliner, Disney stuff in general. I'll be taking some polls on there about like what videos you guys want me to do too. So if you want to be more interactive with me, some more personal stuff, be sure to follow me there, and I'll see you guys in the next Disney video. Peace.